Browns also made a roster move. They signed Caleb Johnson, and they placed Charlie Thomas III on reserved injured. So again, guy that in here might be battling for a spot on the practice squad, that kind of thing.
Well, Charlie Thomas was the guy that was with this team the entire year last year on the practice squad, was an impressive player in the summer last year. If anybody remembers the Hall of Fame game, he was the one that hit the Jets so hard. He ended up knocking the ball 15 yards that ended up, because the fumble ball was hit so hard and him going out of bounds, almost traveled 15 yards. He was an athletic freak coming out. Kind of was a player that was kind of new to what a traditional NFL linebacker position was. We'll see exactly what it is, and maybe he can come back because he was a guy that could have quietly maybe contended for a roster spot in this linebacker room. I know there's a lot of people that felt maybe the way and the changes in the special teams could have aided Charlie Thomas to be a guy that could have played here. But like I said, look, next week you're playing a football game. We're pretty sure Jordan Hicks, JOK probably aren't playing in that game. Looks like now that Tony Fields isn't as well. You're just going to have some bodies that get you through that game. Maybe it doesn't crack open a door for Caleb Johnson to make the 53, but, put something on tape, play well, obviously get some production for yourself. Maybe it leads to a practice squad spot. Maybe it leads to somebody else who's going to deal with linebacker injuries and needs a player. But you need a couple of bodies. This time of year, you start to once you get the pads get on, the injuries pick up a little bit. But the other thing is the teams are a little bit more cautious. So just as if it was the regular season, something might cost you a day or two. They might give it a couple extra here just because they don't want you to come right back and then have to go back right out. So obviously Caleb Johnson in and probably going to be a guy who's going to take a ton of reps. Next Saturday.